you're good.
All right. Welcome this week to Reign of Misrule.
Hello.
Our soundtrack today will be provided by Sirenscape. Also, the internet for at least half the people here is kind of not so well.
Garbage.
So there's going to be a lot of breaking up and freezing today. So bear with us.
Yeah, Kevin and I are using our 4G from our phones right now. Because, yay, Comcast! They can suck it.
We'll make it work. But yeah, Sirenscape is our provider for our soundtrack, which has wonderful sounds.
Available in the links above my head.
Hope everyone heard that. And I froze.
Fantastic.
Your audio is still going. I'll let you know if you completely freeze.
Okay.
It crashed.
Fantastic. Cool, his crash.
Finish my opening
wow,
hours.
we're already starting with a Reign of Misrule, huh?
Yeah, basically.
If you can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. See? That is timing.
Mute your thing.
Dang it. Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
Okay.
Okay. So, again, welcome to Reign of Misrule. We might have some internet connectivity problems.
In case you need proof, we just had it.
So Sirenscape is our soundtrack for the day. The link is above or below Patience. Above. Okay. Check them out. They're pretty good. Actually, I think your other group, Power Score, just used them.
Yeah, Power Score
attempted to.
Has been he's been using it.
Yeah. See, it's wonderful. Only about $15 US a month. Go for it. Where we left off was on the Reign of Misrule.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we woke up to hear that Tiefling fellow screaming his head off about his goddess.
Yes. You heard.
And it wasn't our Tiefling fellow.
No. We got to keep track of that. There are Tieflings everywhere.
He's got his coffee and his scarf and his glasses on. He's like, it's actually Tiefling.
And someone's just like, it don't matter. It's based on a German word.
Okay, Human.
Yes, Human. Like the Ferengi. Dude, I'm a nerd. Okay, so you guys are woken up by the priest of Bashaba screaming about how it is the greatest holiday in existence. The priest by his name is named Misfortune.
That's right, I forgot his name almost.
Yes. So what do you guys do as you wake up to this ruckus?
Well, I guess it's his reign.
Rain
So,
everywhere. Rain in Spain.
What do we remember about the Reign of Misrule from like last year?
From last year, I don't remember. That's how good it was.
Mm.
But to summarize, the Reign of Misrule is a day honoring Bashaba, goddess of misfortune. People are expected to break trust, belay oaths, and disobey the normal order. But you don't break the law, so it has to be within the legal confines of the city. And to make sure you don't do anything that breaks trust or friendships, so no monopoly. Like certain things that happen is
They can still hear you.
okay. The children take over the schools. Priests go to rival gods to worship. Nobility serves their servants. So, for certain segments of society, this is a very popular holiday. Other
Oh boy.
And yeah. Oh, it also ends at sundown. So from sunrise to sundown.
Okay.
And after that, it's basically everyone fixing all the stuff they, buggered up. So what are you guys doing?
Well, thing is,
Do we have any? Go ahead.
when everybody's coming back downstairs in the morning and stuff, before they probably realize and remember what day it is, Patience is gonna use thaumaturgy to make everything rumble, and he's like, "Oh crap! It's an earthquake! Everybody, grab your things!"
So you feel rumbling. Nice.
And he keeps it going as long as he thinks it's appropriate. So probably way too long.
Everybody's just standing there looking at you. Rumble!
I mean, it should theoretically make it relatively believable. I don't know how often earthquakes hit in Waterdeep. I don't know if we're close to a fault line.
They don't have that kind of information in the book. I'm sorry. Apparently, it's just not
I think
something that people brought up to them.
it's probably just some druid stuff, I guess. The druids choose when it happens or something.
It's whenever
This
Rumbar
dice is the best dice I've ever gotten.
Bandit.
At 20.
I wrote an insight check and I got another 20. Last night I rolled, what was it, like 4 nat 20s on this dice?
A nat 20, you say?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
what's your total?
25.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Because technically,
You pass.
skills checks don't critically succeed.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
pass.
So technically, if he was good enough, he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky I'm out of Rogue.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah,
So,
no, you're it could be a lot better than mine.
But he's pretending like he's grabbing
so
the
did we
plates like they were gonna fall, but he's actually just like kind of pulling them off the shelf, you realize he's pranking.
as Father comes down, Ina's sitting there like, my paper?
Well, sure. Which one do you want?
Oh, I don't know.
Patience just leans over to Violet. It's like,
What's the broadsheet?
you're like, you're the maid today.
I know. I'm happy to serve.
And he puts on a little like maid hat or an iron or something.
Can you even
Yeah,
reach
Chris,
over
Who
to my head?
delivers the broadsheet today?
Hmm?
Who delivers the newspapers today? Is it like the parents of the kids that do it, or
No one does.
like the printers do it and the kids are running around the?
Well, anyone can serve any. Another thing, anyone can do any guild job today. So how normally brewing is only the brewers and stuff. Today alone, you can just go into your back and just start brewing random crap and stuff.
I am brewing. so
Patience
much
goes
shit
to the
today.
Temple of Gond.
You go to the. So you
Oh
just see
my
Patience
God.
run out. It's like,
As
He
comes
just
to that
goes to the
realization.
Temple of God, like I'm gonna build an airplane.
His cat,
What is
his
that?
tail is just flicking like a cat, just in play mode. He's just.
yeah, but the broadsheets are just delivered by random people,
Oh, okay.
and then they're just like great. It's like nothing but the funnies and comics. They have like no serious stories today.
I was thinking maybe you had to go and get it from the press itself.
Well, I'm gonna ask
Like
Ina
all
if
of
it's gonna
the
be anything
personal
else. Would she like some tea?
She's like, yeah, breakfast would be nice.
A light or heavy one?
Light. I don't know if you can cook.
Rude.
Wow.
She's got a fair point. She usually cooks for you, right?
That is true.
Used to.
Mhm.
Well, I'm
You
going
cook
to make
yours,
some
sits down.
pancakes for her then.
Just
Should
you
I
eat,
roll
like,
for that?
Yes.
Would that
Intelligence, I guess.
be survival?
It's survival when you eat them.
Because in 3.5, that was kind of like the survival you used for like camping and making food and
Well,
stuff.
there's actually a cooking tools, so you lack that, so it has to go to whichever ability would be attached.
Oh, if it's tools, it's intelligence.
I mean, depends on different factors, but I'm thinking intelligence.
Okay, I rolled a 13.
They're okay. For your first time, you only burnt like 2 or 3, but it's like too hot, too cold. Just right. Some random bears walk by.
Okay, so it's when Patience gets to the Temple of Gond, he's gonna try to make himself the biggest, coolest looking robot ever.
Robot?
Yeah, to battle with.
Robot. You mean an automaton?
I'm trying to think of something that could function the same name as BattleBots. Raveling golems? I don't know. Colliding constructs. There we go.
Yes.
Clashing
Nailed it.
constructs.
Yes. Pretty sure Clash of Constructs is a game. If not, it should be.
Make it happen. Wait, we don't have any game design. If we did.
I mean, yeah, not good ones. It's basically, as far as I know, mostly me and you, and we just dick around.
So
Oh,
What?
what an insult. We don't have any good game designers, just you and me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that you guys design anything specifically.
ouch.
I only worked as a game
And we're
designer
not
for a
exact-
couple of years.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
Well,
Thana?
no, I was thinking pen and paper RPGs.
Are you Thana or are you Dagger? 'Cause
Sure.
I think that was vicious mockery.
Yeah, I know. I'm being mean. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm joking. Patience got a 6 on his intelligence check with
Oh.
Tinker's tools to make a battle.
Somehow
Whatever.
you're building something and you gave it just enough life for it to go, kill me.
I fully expect there's some unknown illusionist in the corner that's just fucking with you.
Probably, actually. I like to think with that check, he's just taking a bunch of weapons and trying to fuse them together, thinking it'll make something.
It'll
It's
work.
just kind of like two swords attached with a chain. It's like a chain sword chuck.
Oh god, it's like I gave a knife to the tentacle and now I can't turn it off.
He's making exotic weaponry from 3rd edition.
Basically, yeah.
You know what'd be cool? A sword with multiple things. It's a Swiss Army sword.
It's got a sword and another sword
I really like swords.
and a rapier.
The handle's this big, just.
So that's what
So,
Patience is going to be doing for the next
I'm
few
gonna
hours, I
run out.
guess.
I'm gonna go to the market and pick up whatever it is I need to make a shitload of booze. Considering I don't really have a ton of supplies here, because I only did a little batch.
The market is a crazy place today.
I am fascinated. What do we see?
So
Oh, is
you-
anybody coming with me?
I mean, I could come with you. Does Ina have
happy, I was
any
just-
other wishes for today?
She's gonna have something later. She's starting to write a list of stuff. But
Then
I love it.
I'll go get groceries while you write that list.
remember the milk.
Milk, sure.
Meanwhile,
I'm trying to think. I'm like,
Misfortune's
do
just
they
like,
deliver
yes!
it at this point yet, or not?
Hmm?
Do they deliver milk at this point yet, or not?
Probably.
It's usually in the morning.
Yeah, now they're delivering cheese.
It's just cheese inside the same jug. So you get it, and you're like, "Yay, I got cheese!" And it's just like wiggling inside the bottle. Nothing's coming
Cottage
out.
cheese.
Oh. Or like you actually ordered milk, but what you get is butter.
That sounds terrible.
You get buttered cheese, which looks really gross.
So, you go to the marketplace. People are selling different things. Like, instead of fish, it's just the fish heads and stuff like that. You see one merchant paying the customer and taking something from the customer, but it's not like a sale. It's just like, I would like some bread. They give him a nib and take the scarf. It's like,
I love this holiday so much. It's so bonkers.
you see a guy walking with a
How
dog
are we gonna
on his
make that
shoulders.
purchase?
I don't think this is different, dude. Dog's just like,
We just see dogs walking other dogs. Just has like the leash in their mouth.
oh, that's normal.
It's like that one video of a golden retriever stealing somebody's dog by grabbing its leash and walking off with the dog.
Nice.
They're so cute.
Speaking of dogs, where's
He's underneath my chair,
Okay.
sleeping.
so
Yeah. So I'm gonna wander off and see if I can obtain the supplies that I need.
yeah, you can gather it. So you're trying to get brewing supplies.
Yeah, and then I also messaged you about some other stuff that I was looking for.
Oh, secrets.
You're pushing for reliable stuff.
Yeah, it occurs to me I should have done this yesterday, but I don't know if we have any of what I'm looking for in the actual house or tavern.
What is it you need?
I've messaged you about it.
Oh, that.
See, it's stuff we can't know about.
Boo.
Yeah.
She's like, Tiefling Bane sword.
You can find that stuff. It's about 5 nibs for that.
Okay.
Wow, they must really hate Tieflings. Here, just take it. Less of them, the better.
Yeah, so she basically comes back with like a big sack over her shoulder full of random supplies and whatnot.
Wait, I thought you know how to brew. What's all this stuff?
Well, last time I brewed stuff, I only got like a little bit because I wasn't allowed to make a ton. I can make as much as I want tonight, so I went out and I got extra stuff. I'm gonna open up the bag. I'm like, I've got like various different kinds of wheat and a bunch of hops and like a bunch of chili peppers. I'm gonna make a really spicy one and feed it to patients.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
I mean, he's got fire resistance.
Yeah, but maybe that'll make him hyper. Who knows?
Make him hyper, you say.
I
to
mean,
the guy flipping
today's-
out today.
Today's the day to do it.
Okay, you're right.
I mean, granted, last time he did go get drunk, he did get punched in an alleyway.
You
I'm
don't know
still
that.
mad at
You
no,
don't
we
speak about it.
no, he came back and he had like a busted eye, didn't he?
I didn't talk about
And
it.
he claimed he got jumped.
Yeah. Oh, it claimed we would jump. I wasn't sure if he said that or he
Yeah,
thought
no,
that
he
was
didn't say shit about the Fight Club, which I was pissed about. But he did claim he got jumped because he asked me to teach him how to punch.
So, Patience is halfway making this construct abomination that's like, kill me! And he's just like, oh, the club. And he runs off to the fight club. Today's gonna be, I'm gonna have fun, but I'm not gonna complete anything because I'm just so excited I want to do everything.
That's the problem. Once a year.
So like we've got to go back to we got to take patients to the yawning portal and finally have him tell Durnan that Durnan can't go down into the well.
You
You can't tell me what to do today. Whee! And he just goes down the wall.
And he dies.
I forgot to roll.
End of the campaign.
76 damage.
I have a question for you too. What would you say is the most boring thing to do?
Watch grass grow.
Hmm.
Watch political debates on television?
Well, it depends. Is it British Parliament? Because that shit can be funny.
No,
I'm
That's super
talking in Waterdeep, okay?
boring. Yeah, watching the. Wait, no, they always have them in secret. Never mind. I was gonna say watch the lords have a debate, but no one knows when they meet up or who they are.
She's like, yeah, probably watching dwarves argue over things.
Okay, Fana, would you mind finding a dwarf?
Sure. Oh, you're gonna bore the shit out of patience.
No, I just wanted to do like I am all about enjoying life, and today I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna watch some dwarves argue, I guess.
You also know, for most people, dwarven humor can be very dry and boring.
That's fair.
Yeah, they don't have punchlines. They have punch paragraphs.
Would you know maybe of a tavern
Yeah,
where I
we
could
could talk
find a
pretty much all
bunch?
day long.
Oh, I was thinking a dwarf's sense of humor would be like you just don't know that they made a joke, where they're just like, "Yeah, that's a nice sword you got." And you're like, "Oh, okay, thanks."
Yeah, there's some people who with
But he's
dwarven
talking
humor,
about a dagger.
like
He's looking at your butter knife.
like dwarven jokes often rely on knowing dwarven lineages from different strongholds and how they would just alter one name on it, and then at the end they're like, "Huh?" and you're just like,
What?
"So
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Fana for dwarven, I don't know, bar. I doubt there's
Would
comedy
I know
clubs in
any?
not one catering exclusively to dwarves. That's against the rules. That's racism."
I want to say there is one bar in town that
You know some
is
dwarven
very
jokes.
famous with dwarves.
That's called a bar.
That's fair. I'm like, you could just ask the ones that live on our street. We have like 5 of them that live on the corner.
Okay, I'm
Just have
gonna
them
go
come to
and
our
ask
tavern.
all of them for like dwarven jokes.
All right, that's probably going to take up a couple hours.
Meanwhile, I am going to go brewing and working on my special project.
What did the K-Bricks say to the Phalanx?
I don't know.
Nothing. And you're like, what? Those are 2 different dwarven
Okay.
clans. I just random example.
Captain, the one ship captain's like, "Oh, I got a good one for you." You're there for half an hour of him telling this joke, and at the end he's like, "Huh?"
Does she even understand it?
I'm like, what? Yeah, very funny.
Meanwhile, another dwarf walked by. "Ha! That's awesome!"
He doesn't even hear the full thing. He just walked by and heard that part, and it was funny.
Like, I know that one. It's like Stargate. Anyone see the series SG-1?
Mm-hmm.
Jaffa humor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Jafar.
remember what the joke was.
The horse guard's beak glistens. The Apophis guard's eyes glisten, and then there's like the Anubis guard's nose drips or something like that. And
And all the Jaffa lose it, and everybody from Earth
Yeah.
is just like, what? And they're like, it's better in our original language.
So what's Fight Club look like today?
so,
Everyone's giving out hugs.
it's
Is it Hug
you're
Club?
getting massages. Everyone's just
Oh my
massaging
God.
each other. You know.
Oh God, I'm just imagining those like big ass orc, half orc guys massaging you.
They got the
Nice.
strong hands. The strong hands.
They
You
might
don't think
genuinely
they're-
break you.
What check would it be for that?
To massage a guy or to not get broken by the half orc masseuse?
You get a relatively
No, I mean, he's like, oh, that looks fun. I'm gonna try it.
Oh, you're going to give the massage.
Yeah.
That would probably be a dex check.
A dex check?
Please don't kill anyone.
Patience volunteers a strength check because it looks like you just do consecutive punches to their back.
Oh, 16 strength.
It's the same modifier anyway, so it's just more thematical.
You
11.
just step on their back.
11. You're hitting this guy. It's like hitting a brick shit house with this guy. You're just like, damn. He's like, a little bit further down.
Are
You're
you
not getting
using
it.
the special way I told you to punch, or are you actually just trying to massage him with it?
He's a guy with 13 strength, just going. Just no form at all. He probably points like upper to his back, so that's like the only really direction he has. So he just goes up to the upper part of the back or something.
Yeah, the guy's like, I've had better.
And he's just like, afterwards.
So,
All right.
what else? Being bored out of her mind by dwarf jokes.
Oh wow, that digitized heavily.
Patience,
We got some of that. Something about dwarf jokes.
I just said dwarves.
That's the joke. Yeah, Violet is being entertained by dwarven jokes.
Entertained.
Patience is punching guys in the back for fun. And
Again. So I went downstairs and I'm making a shitload of booze, and then also a couple of other stuff. I've got like a bunch of weird flavored booze, and I bring up like a couple different treats. I went and got like some donuts from next door, which are they normal?
Yes and no.
I would definitely try them.
The person is friendly enough to be
the
like,
Boston cream is filled with mayonnaise, isn't it?
have you tried one?
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it's filled with not quite mayonnaise, but other mustard. Now there are people in the city who actually have to do their job, so they do offer regular donuts for them people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just be like, Misrule special.
Yes, I am definitely getting a big pile of those, and then I'm bringing them next door, and we're gonna set them out for whoever comes by the tavern. I've got like them. I've got maybe a couple different pastries, and like candy apples, and then like all kinds of weird booze. I don't know if anybody in the bar right now is willing to try anything, but mostly I'm waiting for my friends to come back and try my concoction. Oh shit! Do I need to make like a brewer's tools check?
Brewers are cooking, depending on what you're doing.
Well, okay. So first off, for the brewer stuff,
I don't know. Any brew made within 24 hours, I don't think it's going to be very good.
Yeah, that's the point.
I mean, it's not meant to taste delicious. Kevin. I love this dice so much. So I don't know what to add to that other than my proficiency modifier.
Probably intelligence.
Cool. So that's a 22. And then for the handful of things that I made for like the apples and pastry things is just a regular intelligence check, but that's still pretty decent. That's a 16.
Nice. Yeah, a couple people were like,
Yeah, there's like one booze that's bacon flavored, which like she expected to be actually kind of shitty, but actually really likes and is probably gonna keep making. They're flavored with like the hottest peppers she could find. There's another one that has like buttered popcorn flavor.
Patience starts to head home after that, and he almost gets there. when he sees the ice cream shop. And he, instead of turning like 90 degree to turn right, he spins the opposite direction and then eventually gets there and goes that way.
They're like,
To be fair, I did consider that as well.
our favorite customer.
Can I serve you ice cream today? What would you like?
They both sit down and say, just give us whatever.
He jumps across the counter. Probably like falls down. He's just not visible for a moment and then gets up and pretends like it didn't happen.
The one's like, I'm lactose intolerant. It's okay. It's just for one day.
He's like,
Wait, they make ice cream and they're lactose intolerant? They can't even taste it?
Only one of them is.
Oh, okay.
that one specifically, he's got like 12 scoops on the cone.
That's the one that focuses on the coffee creation and stuff.
Mm.
That's why they work so well together. Correct. Thanks.
It's probably just a mess. It's just like SpongeBob movie where they're at the Goober place or whatever. It's just ice cream everywhere.
Try our Misrule special. It's the black one.
Is it like gravel or?
It's licorice.
Ooh,
Oh,
Patience loves it.
that's rude.
It's like we found one in every 100 people like it,
I would probably like
and
that.
anyone over the age of 50.
Ooh,
Well, conveniently enough.
a good prank they could put on that the licorice flavored one is to get like squid ink and have it in there, so then like your mouth gets all black. Patience suggests that as he leaves.
Like, ooh, there's those oopie people. Maybe they're like that too. You know, the richer people.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
Oh, I never understood.
Could also try activated charcoal for the cornetto or something.
So, Patience has this licorice ice cream.
That's genius. I don't know how you could get that as ice cream. Okay.
That's so good there.
He eventually does make it back.
Wow. Dana's been on the roll.
Most of it is probably like it's stuff that she had already made that she's adding flavors to.
Yeah, you have
Because
one-
like I just don't have the time to make everything from scratch. It's probably like she bought the stuff and is just adding flavors to it after the fact.
So you're using Fury of Blows just so you could just do multiple things at once, is what you're telling me?
Yeah, using Flurry of Blows to make like the worst shake drinks ever, mixed drinks ever. People are like, hey, give me a special. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, what do you want? I'm like, how special? Just go behind the bar and add random shit to it.
So,
Yeah, so when you guys come in, there's like a couple of weird different boozes on the counter that you've never seen before.
Patience walks
Followed
in.
like pastries, and caramel apples, and what was the other thing I said I got? Oh, I got the donuts. Yeah.
Patience walks in, he looks around the place, and he goes to sit at the bar, and he goes, oh yeah, you know, I've never been here before. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm passing him the dill vodka,
The what vodka?
and it's dill pickle flavor.
she took vodka and put pickle juice into it.
Why, Benna?
You know, I'm gonna roll something for that, just because I'm not sure if you like it or not. He's weird enough, he might like it. Let's see.
I mean, I genuinely looked it up. It's an actual thing. I looked up weird flavors for booze, and apparently people buy it.
Why?
Why
Why do people buy pickle in a fucking bag? They do. I don't know. It's weird.
Because pickles are delicious.
You're supposed to get them out of a jar in your fridge, not at a gas station.
I didn't say gas station. I just said it wasn't good.
Yeah, that's a thing, at least in our state, where there are plenty of places where you can go into like a gas station or a 7-Eleven or whatever, and they have in the refrigerated section pickles in a sealed plastic bag. And people just buy them and eat a pickle like that. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Patience downs the drink. Looks at you. Mm-hmm. Eyes widen. Sprays everywhere.
I attempt to dodge.
Roll evasion. Or deck save. Better roll them 20s again. Right?
Would that be con-based
Not
breath
quite.
attack?
I did, however, get a 21.
So you dodge out of the way as he just.
I'm glad I'm wasting a 20 on this. I got a 21 as well.
And everyone's. Make sure they're out of the way. Don't get any of your.
And then I bring the big tray of pastries around.
He has his like purple semi-forked tongue out, and he's going like, he's trying to get it off his tongue.
Some nerdy kid out of nowhere comes. Eat this donut.
Let me
They're
check.
delicious. And he picks one up and eats them.
Patience will eat one.
It's full of mustard.
Mustard everywhere. He runs over to the bucket of water and just rubbing alcohol.
Oh, that's so mean. You go to wash your hands and you better hope you don't have a hangnail. Oh, God.
Oh. You think it's the thing of water and it's a spittoon?
Oh!
It's just like a continuous slapstick joke of him trying to like get rid of the nasty palate in his mouth. And it's just worse and worse things each
It
time.
gets something worse. I have been leaving drinks for Leaf, although he's a ghost, so he's now just probably surrounded by like several cups of beer that he can't drink.
Oh yeah, has anyone come into our establishment and tried to like serve us drinks?
Your staff has. Because you actually have staff.
Oh
They've
yeah,
been-
no, I'd be
Nice.
serving them as well.
Which is weird because provided the staff serves her and she serves Ina.
So you're not getting a full treatment today.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other kind of pranks or anything? Or are we moving on?
I think that'll sum up Patience Day trying to run around like a crazy maniac, spitting out random things, trying to get the taste out of his mouth.
Nope. Jesse just sent a message.
Oh.
He overslept somehow.
Oops.
Must
Okay.
have had the kids at the parents' house.
Yeah.
Well, he can still
He
join
said
in.
he'll be here shortly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let him have a prank or two as well.
Okay, when we see his bar thing pop up, everybody just freeze.
It's so mean. He probably leave. He broke it.
So it should be like a really dumb face paused, so it'd be even more like, oh yeah,
Yes.
no, they're definitely frozen.
I don't know what to do to him, but I feel like we should try and prank Volo.
Volo's smart. He left town.
Coward.
But nice.
I mean, he still has his book to write.
Wasn't he writing a book about ghosts in Waterdeep?
Yeah,
And he left Waterdeep?
he'll be back.
He's a coward.
Oh, I'm not sure if you do that. You wanted to do the thing, Kevin, but Jeanette did just give us another 100 bits. I'll let you choose what happens with those, if anything.
Oh, hello.
I will use your method for now, which is giving a 20 to a player.
Okay.
So she can pick which player.
Maybe
Oh, God.
we'll. Yeah, we'll leave it up to Jeanette.
Yeah. That's what she fixed. See, skipping that 1 week was like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
I don't even drink that often. I feel like I need to buy some of these. Pure milk vodka. Yeah.
That must taste disgusting. You should see my face right now.
Apparently, they ferment
Draw a disgusting face
the
for whenever she
way
mentions these.
created by making cheese into a milk beer, and the resulting vodka, which is only available to UK residents, is sweet with hints of vanilla and cinnamon. Wow.
Then that's not pure milk. Then
These are so
they
good.
lied.
If there's flavor,
Well,
that's
they
not
make
milk.
it. They make it from the milk. Well, it's. I mean, I guess it's the
Shoot that
base
to
of
the
it.
group so we can.
Jeanette says that the nat 20 goes to Dana because Bill vodka. It's amazing.
I remember I remember someone drinking cucumber vodka on stream, and that was not a fun time.
We've had anybody
I think they
drink
ended
was
at
the time was this year for St. Patty's Day when Blake sort of accidentally passed out for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was the thing.
So,
Eventually, patients will probably finally get to your super spicy stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
The second he has that, there's just relief.
He actually likes that one.
Everyone else is probably just like dying when they drink it, and then for him, it's just like,
Probably.
Nice.
I feel like Thana might be a little bit better with it just because I have poison resistance.
trying to do some nasty combos. Vanilla chicken,
Oh god.
like chicken, like rolled in vanilla.
Oh.
So,
I thought you meant chicken vodka, and I'm like, what the fuck?
let me think. So, patients had
I mean-
vodka. He had another drink. He probably had a third drink. And then he probably had some random water outside and then ate some grass. Because he was really desperate. So, 3 drinks
Go
plus
across
this.
the street and eat grass next to the cow.
I mean, what better
Or
way
then-
to get the flavor, that nasty flavor out? At least then he'd only taste grass.
As a cow.
same cow, your cow friend.
He's just like on all fours, just eating next to him. He's like, "What's up?"
Nom, nom, nom.
Oh shit, he might belong to the ice cream place. Maybe they make their own milk for their ice cream.
And I was just like, that's weird.
But okay, so
The cow's like,
what are you charging
do I
for
milk
drinks?
you on this day?
What or what?
What are you charging for drinks today? Patience is a
Weird.
customer today. A silver each? That's usually what it is.
Yeah, we'll do that. Because I was thinking, I'm like, is there anything you have, but you don't have like things that you could give me that wouldn't be like your valuable things.
A shard each. If I remember correctly, a shard is a silver.
Yeah.
Give Shark Dragon and things that no one uses. The Platinum Moon, the Talon or Talon,
Yeah.
something.
A copper nib, shard is a silver. The Talon is 2 gold, dragon is 1 gold, and then the harbor moon is 50 gold.
And there's one more. I think.
Oh, and then there's the platinum one that I don't remember the name of.
Yeah, it's not important. You guys don't have that kind of money.
Oh, we wish.
How,
We saw those once.
how many of those coins are in Waterdeep? 10, maybe?
That depends on
I mean-
which echelon, but yeah, not that common.
Well, I mean, like, even for a rich person, you're not really... Like, how often are you going to need that, even as a rich person? To exchange.
Depends on how rich.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be more like for bragging?
Yeah,
But
probably. It'd be more of a status symbol than anything.
so
But I will make sure everybody who tries a little bit of everything. The cookies are mostly all right, and she sort of arranged them so that half of it is fine, and the other half, the chocolate chips, instead turn to raisins and I'm trying to think of what's the grossest thing that could cover for that.
Hey, I like raisins.
Yeah, I was supposed to say oatmeal raisin cookies are awesome.
No, I know. I'm like, well, because like the oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip look so damn similar.
oh,
Licorice.
Yes, licorice. Yes.
I like how the worst food we all keep thinking of is licorice.
Well,
I fucking love licorice though.
Yeah, I was about to say I like licorice, but I know pretty much everyone else in the world doesn't.
Now, when you say licorice, do you mean like the strawberry flavored for the Twizzlers, or do you mean the black licorice?
Yeah, isn't it the black thing?
Well, if you're trying to make it disguised as chocolate chips, I think the black licorice.
That's fair, yeah.
The only time I really have a problem with oatmeal raisin is my college makes these cookies. They're chocolate chip, and they have one that's not oatmeal raisin. It's the same cookie as chocolate with raisins, and they put them in the same pack. So you open it up thinking you're getting a chocolate chip cookie, and you get raisin, and you're like, "What the fuck?" I bought this because I thought it was chocolate chip. Yeah.
False advertising.
They didn't
Oh, we could
label
do
it.
that. We could like try and sell like beer, but it's like wine or something. Trip some people up.
None of us have the Xanathar common item, but it'd be funny if we just had like all of our cups were the tankards of sobriety. But I don't think we could afford
That'd
that.
be expensive, but awesome.
So
Patience will go to
And then I'm gonna
the Yawning Portal to buy us more time for today.
before he does, I'm gonna pass him the caramel apple.
Ouch.
He takes a bite from it. What is it?
It's a caramel onion.
I said ouch.
He takes a bite from it, realizes what it is, and he just smiles at you with the bits of onion between his teeth.
you do the power play, just stare at her straight in the eyes.
Like, this is great.
He probably will still.
Is anyone else foolish enough to fall for the onion?
Most of your guests,
Yeah.
because it's Misrule.
Yeah.
They know you try all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy things.
I really wish Patience had Minor Illusion, because I would have done, like, whoopee cushions to everybody. So everyone sits down, Minor Illusion fart. Anyway.
Yeah.
Off to the Yawning Portal.
So you go to the.
I am following because I want to see this craziness.
That's yeah. I'm coming with.
Yeah, what's going on in the Yawning Portal today?
Not much. Most people aren't in there. You just see Durnans sitting there, reading a daily.
He never wants to go back down in there, but every day in Marion and Misrule, he goes back down.
Yeah. He sees one that's really funny in the spreadsheet, broadsheet. He's just like,
I love Darren so much. She's so weird.
Welcome.
Hi guys.
Hey, Jesse.
I gotta fix all the windows, but we'll get this.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
It happens.
chaos, chaos.
It's the Rain of Misrule is your prank today.
Yeah, you guys
So I
started.
think
a
we
little bit early.
probably left. Yeah, I think we probably left him in charge of the bar while we went to the yawning portal.
Which is
Unless you
just as
wanted to
well
close
because
up
I was
and hang with.
asleep. We'll just say Rogh slept in.
Okay, so this is what you missed. Violet is serving her maid today.
Oh,
Patience
Don't
went,
warn him about the foods.
Athena made a bunch of really good drinks and food that Patience has been enjoying today.
oh.
Patience also went to the Temple of Gond, which is the god of inventors, and he went to go make himself a clashing construct, and it was just him putting a bunch of weapons together, and they just went, "Kill me!" Before he finished it, he went off to the fight club he went to before, and they were just doing massages today. So he attempted massage stuff, and he wasn't very good at it. And then he came back, and I think I think that sums up pretty much what you missed.
Okay.
Oh, and you served the ice cream to the ice cream people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, and he came back with licorice flavored ice cream too.
Oh yeah, and you joined the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the cow was like, "Do I milk you?" And he just walked away.
I can't get. I'm wondering though. Like, did he accidentally cast speak with animals and not realize it, or was it just some rando on the street fucking with him?
I just assume he always has a cast
That's
constantly.
fair.
'Cause that's
Actually-
Will, right?
Actually, I should now need to clarify. In the last level, he switched some of his evocations.
Oh,
Did
he
you
can't do it
lose
anymore.
Speak with animals.
I cannot speak with animal anymore.
Oh,
Cool.
that's the fun one.
Oh,
That's okay, cow.
I'm sorry.
the cow's just talking to you and is mooing, and you don't understand him.
He still is like cow.
Yeah, but now it's like the cow's trying to talk to his friend. His friend doesn't understand him.
Oh.
Monster.
So, like, is the yawning portal empty, or did it like completely empty, or?
Relatively empty.
Is it like a library today?
It seems just like the older clientele who are kind of like, oh, Misrule will, yeah.
Well, this is not as interesting as I expected.
The one maid, Bonnie's like, well, you see, typically the yawning portal is lively and fun and exciting and all kinds of stuff are happening. So Dernan's like, we'll just make it the typical sad, depressing bar on Misrule.
I mean, that's fair.
He used to enjoy it. As he
Patience
continues
gets,
reading the broadsheet.
Patience gets the rope and stuff ready.
Durnan looks up.
Yeah, I know, you're not allowed in the Undermountain today. It's okay, I'll go in for you.
Okay.
Oh god, you're gonna get stabbed.
He walks over. Pulls you back.
I'm just like, it's just like by a cat from the scruff of the neck, you know? It's just-
It's not Reign of Suicide.
Rules are still rules.
I am going to get the waitress a drink if she would like.
She's like, yeah, don't give the expensive stuff at the bottom right. Durnan was just like,
I'm gonna give her the expensive stuff.
So I think I figured out what his Reign of Misrule plans are going to be for the day. He'll be serving in the tavern, but he'll be using Presto to fuck with the flavors of things and temperature things. So hot beer, cold soup, and periodically he'll take a break from that and then go sing. But instead he'll be giving the patrons tips. So he'll just like be passing out nibs to passersby.
this is funny, but I am cheap. One nip for you.
Yeah.
I think Fan has beaten you on the weird taste.
Well, I mean, the day is young.
Yeah, when we come back and we're like, hey, you're awake. I made some new booze. Do you want to try it out?
And immediately he's just like, yes.
You see a bunch of spilled drinks everywhere, mustard sprayed everywhere.
Ooh.
There's vodka on the floor.
Yeah. A bunch
Beef
of
is in the corner. I ain't picking it up today.
a bunch of patients like footprints in the mess.
Yeah.
So she hands you one, and it's just like regular vodka. Though might be some kind of flecks of something in there, some kind of spice or something.
He's gonna
That's a
sniff
good
it
one.
experientially, but then just go ahead and knock it back because he knows what the fuck time it is.
I wrote for it, and you got the jalapeno beer for jalapeno vodka.
Oh yay! That's actually not bad. It's a little
Yeah, I
piquant.
actually looked it up. All of the ones I have are apparently actual boozes that people have made, and someone paid money for. Apparently,
Drunk
Okay.
science.
People
Alright.
pay for, toe vodka.
that's
so-
fair.
All right. So I'm gonna do you one better, and he's gonna pull her a mug of beer, and he's gonna give it a little sleight of hand on the presto, and he's gonna pass him back to her. So try it with that. Drop it in there.
I will, yeah. What do I taste?
So it's beer with a definite note of cheese.
Like the strong,
Perfect.
smelly cheese.
Oh,
No. Like, so if she decides to bomb the vodka into the beer cheese, it's going to turn out tasting something like, well, like a cocktail
oh God,
mixed
it's
with
jalapeno
cheese dip.
poppers.
Like cheese dip or something. Yeah.
Can you melt
Yeah.
this beer though?
Well, no, I mean it's still liquid. It just tastes like cheese.
Yeah, she might actually not. That one's not the worst.
It's okay. We can
Uh,
find ways to be tricksy without having to make each other fucking miserable. Because I'm already pretty fucking miserable.
She will share the rest of them, though. It's up to you whether you want to risk them or not.
I mean, he's feeling adventurous today. What do we get? Little hair of the dog
the
at least
next
takes care of
one-
his hangover. He's so drunk he lost his accent.
I thought I heard something. I'm gonna go check that out. It's in the group chat what the others are if you want to roll for whatever dice and see if which one he gets. What do you hear, buddy? Come on, let's go.
Dog's acting a little squirrely.
So, what kind of madness did Thana come up with here besides jalapeno vodka? Which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I guess you can't see the bacon malt, buttered popcorn beer, dill vodka. Yeah, that's not good. Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you for the copy paste.
Yeah, that works good. Man, some of those are actually really inspired.
Yeah. I mean, she's a
Then
drunken
there's-
master. I would hope so.
Some of the donuts have like mustard and mayo and ketchup and stuff in it.
Oh no, are they like jelly filled donuts, but not?
Yeah.
Do you get the candied
Oh.
apple?
Candied
Is
apple.
there's a candied apple?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Patience had it.
Sure.
Patients enjoyed it.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, it's a caramel apple, not a candied apple.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Ooh, bad.
What? She didn't want to. She didn't want to test her luck with the melting sugar. Caramel is easier.
Caramel is melted sugar.
Yeah, but it's a different kind. For
I-
the candy one, you got to get it a lot hotter.
I know. I'm just being a jerk.
Yeah.
So, okay. This has been an interesting culinary adventure first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the candied apple. What? What about it?
Oh, he tried it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. You take a big chunk out of it, and you realize it's not apple. It's a caramel onion.
Oh, no, that's a good one. Oh, I hate you. Oh, Thana, you bitch.
That genuine reaction, though.
He's just gonna take another swig of the beer cheese. Oh,
Yeah, you missed it. Right after Patience tried all those things, he ran around the bar trying to get the taste out of his mouth. And what was the one he went and he tried to get drink the water, and it turned out it was the spit bucket.
There's that classic comedy thing.
Oh,
And
boy.
then went outside and was chewing on the grass next to the cow.
I am not drunk enough for this yet, and it's only.
I mean, you could take a couple of more swigs at those tasty-looking
True.
things.
So he's looking at him and he's thinking to himself, like his head is starting to turn a little bit. He's gonna go in the back and he's gonna go find some vinegar, just a little bit, and he's gonna mix a tiny shot, like a half measure of vinegar, into some of the dill vodka, and he's gonna make a pickle shot because that's what he needs right now: is pickle juice and more vodka.
Nice.
Definitely.
Oh,
Any other
okay.
fun things you guys?
Please tell me there's nothing wrong with the coffee down at Wings of Winter.
It's actually dirt and water.
Oh,
It's just charcoal water.
saints and sinners.
Some
No.
cowboy guy. Some cowboy
No,
guy
no, no,
just
no, no,
comes
no,
in.
no, no, no. Wait. I'm going to make you actual coffee, and I
just-
bring you a cup of banana coffee.
Thank you for this spot of brightness in a trying time. Oh, the banana coffee is not terrible, actually.
What?
Like
Wait,
banana mush.
wait, is that a thing?
I don't
No,
know.
but it should be. I mean, coffee and a little potassium would be great for a hangover too. So, I mean, it works.
Starbucks might have something like that.
My entire perception is a little fucked up because we recently found out that banana ketchup is a thing.
Oh yeah,
And it
What?
really,
yes.
because it
absolutely.
doesn't taste like bananas. It tastes like ketchup.
Mhm.
So after I tried
What's
it for the
the
first
point?
time, I'm like having an existential crisis, and I'm like, wait a minute, ketchup doesn't taste like tomatoes?
It's a regional
What is
I
this?
mean, have you eaten tomatoes?
It is a fruit.
nightshades, man.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, it tastes like ketchup. It's not necessarily like a
Mushroom ketchup, on the other hand,
Does
tastes
not taste
nothing
like
like the
ketchup.
other two. It
I
tastes
mean-
like Worcestershire sauce.
That's the thing, though.
It's
Like, I
good.
tell people, like, people tend to tell me, like, oh, why do you eat ketchup? Why don't you eat like actual tomatoes? I'm like, they don't taste the same.
They don't know.
It's all very
But
situational.
like, I expected it to be a little further away, but no. Apparently, it's pretty damn similar.
Anyway,
So, guys, just a question before this day gets any more out of hand: are we going to be expected to go down in the tunnels and let the gazers kill us?
No.
Because I'm not really
No,
that
I'm not
committed
doing
to the
that one.
holiday. Great. So, what are our plans for the rest of the day?
Well, Ina's got some plans for me, so I guess I have to
Woohoo!
oblige those.
Rock's gonna give her a friendly elbow in the ribs, like, yeah.
No. That would be unprofessional.
Yes, well, this would be the day for it, wouldn't it? You never know. She might be harboring some lingering secret feelings.
Wait. So today, would you have to be like, just for today, you would go to the church and get a vow of chastity on the brain of Misrule?
I mean, she would. I've somehow turned into like the bard that just reads. So
I feel like that would go a little bit too long.
You'll make
I don't
both
think you can
songs then.
take a chastity vow for just like 6 hours.
you don't think the church has an allowance for that?
No, I was saying for our bard. He takes
Oh.
a vow.
I mean,
Well-
I'd have to like take the vow of silence.
Oh.
then on the reign of Misrule, you don't take any vows, or
No.
else that
Okay.
defeats the purpose.
No,
of it.
you break them.
Yeah.
But in a way that doesn't A, get you arrested, and B, isn't repairable.
Yeah, it's got to be legal, and that it's not irreparably damaging your relationship with others. So, like I said, you can't play Monopoly on Misrule.
Oh no.
Oh, could,
It's true, though.
what is the most evil god cathedral in Waterdeep? Because I assume they don't actually have any evil deities per se. Maybe a chaotic neutral one, maybe.
There's major temples and tons. The most evil god with a temple, like a big temple, is Umberlee,
Okay,
the bitch queen.
okay, Patience goes there then. How many Paladins of Lathander are there?
It's Umberlee, so it's less than Thunder priests, and you see a couple Grumbar priests. It's like, yeah, water person.
Patience hoping.
Helm and Tyr and stuff are there. You know, some of their priests. couple of them are very uncomfortable. Others are just, especially the younger guys, are just having at it. You know, it's like, woo! Worship Umberly! Queen of the Oceans! You know, however they do things.
I'm struggling. I don't know who what any of the evil dwarven gods are.
Ludigar and Deep Dora.
Okay.
What would be like the most boring god? Like, is there a god of like
It's
I don't
Disia.
care about anything?
At least
Oh.
in Waterdeep, it's Disia, I think, would be, because she's just the like neutral water. In Tranquil
it
Sea, it's a
depends
different
on,
story, but
Maybe for you,
There's also like Ogma, maybe.
yeah,
Shanti,
Ugma is the library, so Maliki, Sylvanas. I mean, it depends on what you mean by boring, because different gods are different flavors, obviously. So, like Tyre or Tyr, Halls of Justice, that's a legal thing. So, actually, that might be very exciting today, because all the people accidentally breaking the law with pranks and stuff. Just a whole line in front of the judges and stuff. Like,
How are the guards handling this? Do we patrol the guards or?
that's still considered part of the law. So,
Okay, that's fair. They still
if
gotta do
you're
their
on
job.
duty, you do your job.
so they can't drink on the job today.
No.
Well, they're not supposed to.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. But
I mean,
yes,
people in the service industry just don't get a break.
Nope.
Not ever.
if it's like
Probably today is the worst day. It's like Christmas.
yeah, the best day for being a guard is in a couple days.
Yeah, the one where they
Yeah.
thank us.
But yeah, so it depends on what you mean by boring god.
Well,
You're
my god
reflecting
is
your idea.
is the goddess of like enjoying finer things, if I remember right. Beautiful
Soon,
things.
Sharis or Lela?
Soon.
Okay, so gods of beauty and stuff. So
Yeah, so is there any ugly god? I can't believe I'm asking this.
oh, Ilmater. He's
Oh,
always
yeah.
the hospice, so it's a hospital with like sick and dying people
It's the god of
Isn't he
suffering, right?
depicted as
Yeah.
like?
suffering and
Yeah,
martyrdom,
isn't he depicted as very sickly and cut up and?
cut and broken
Wounded.
limbs and stuff. Yeah. So if you want to
Okay.
get as far from beauty, there's also Tempest, the House of Heroes, who's the god of war. So that's a pretty unpretty place.
I'll pick the first one, and I think what Violet is gonna do is gonna spend a couple of hours just helping out over there.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that makes sense for her because that also ties into her trying to spread the light. So she's gonna make the day nice to a couple of probably sick people.
No, they are very appreciative. People forget about them on Misrule.
No.
I mean, most people aren't going like, I'm going to go prank sick people. So
And those meanies.
Wait, do you let patients know this? I assume
I mean,
he's,
I'm
like,
not making
everywhere.
a secret out of it. I'm not announcing it.
He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time, so.
Don't prank sick people.
He joined you.
Yeah.
And let's see, how many spell slots does he have? He does something that he is out of character for the holiday. And Lesser Restoration heals diseases, right?
some.
Who are the two most
Nice.
sick people in here?
You just find two really sick people. They can't afford clerical magic, so
No.
that's what this hospice is mainly about.
Okay, well, he cures two people of disease.
They're like, oh, Ilmater be praised. Hey,
Nice.
they just look at you like, Thank you.
Because patience is usually more of a he wants to use combat to solve problems, and this is a peaceful way of solving problems. So in a way, this is something different for him.
That's fair.
He is a warlock though, so every short rest he gets his spell slots back. So how many times do you think I could short rest, heal 2, short rest, heal 2?
Well, there's about 10 hours of daylight, so you spend several hours at gone and stuff. So
Yeah.
you might have 4 hours before sunset.
Okay.
By the time you get here,
Yeah, so you can probably hear like 4 or 6 people.
As many as you can for the rest of the day.
because once the sun sets, Misrule's over.
He'll probably take a few of the candied apples, and after he heals them, he offers one.
No. Not having any of
Oh,
that.
that's sad.
Oh, fun police.
Yes, I am the police. What you gonna do?
Oh man, I really wish I had illusion spells. I wanted to put a little paper on your back that just says like "No fun allowed."
I mean, you can do that with regular paper.
I mean,
Oh,
you have played a hit, probably.
I'm gonna check my back right now.
I don't have that spell. You don't worry about it.
I mean, you could just
You just
stick
have
a
Paladin
paper
running
note.
around a circle for a few seconds. Did you?
He doesn't go any
So
further.
oddly enough, the onions might be nice for the poor people. They don't get sweet stuff, and they probably eat a lot of onions anyway.
No. And you had that one weirdo that like genuinely likes it. Fun fact, I was
Patience.
a very fucking weird child, and as a toddler, I would straight up eat onions like apples.
Is he kind of big? And
It's
big
not
boned?
a thing I carried over into anything beyond that.
The one who likes onions, is he like big and big boned
who?
and green?
No.
That is a very specific denial, Cat. You sure you don't like onions?
You sure you still don't eat them?
I am like I
This is
still
an
like
onion
onions, I
section.
just don't eat them like apples anymore. I don't even remember that I was so young. Apparently I would just roll up into the kitchen and steal onions while people were trying to cut them up. Anyway, Than is also gonna, if I have time, swing by one of the smithies and attempt to make herself a new hand axe.
You know you don't have time for that.
Yeah, we're in a time limit. There's only a
Yeah.
day.
It takes more than 10 hours to forge a decent war metal head like that. I mean, you can make a shitty one.
Yeah, maybe she'll do that. Because not like the big battle axe, still the little one, the hand axe, but still.
Yeah, have you ever seen people build stuff? It
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
time,
that's true.
especially back in this time when you don't have the modern
Industrial pistons and all
Yeah.
that.
Okay, then she'll just make the simple one for tchotchke stuff, and she's gonna say let's see, half sarcastic prayer to Deepduera, the ex-princess of Conquest, who is the dwarven god or goddess of
Deep Doors goddess.
Where's her actual portfolio? There it is. Psionics Conquest Expansion and Durga Warriors.
Dana has a soul knife for one day.
As you're doing that, you see Embrick in the corner, just a tear as he sees you making this shitty ass hand axe. He's just like, oh.
Just like
It's mostly a joke, okay?
rocking back.
Abby's comforting him. It's okay.
Is he like fetal position rocking back and forth?
Such bad technique. Such bad technique. This is the worst misrule ever.
I'm pretty sure that's all patience is going to do for the rest of the day for sure. That was a pretty busy day.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
you can spend all damn day walking around the streets and giving kids coppers.
So about how many coppers do you plan on giving?
Let's see.
I imagine at some point it's less of you going to find kids and more people finding you.
I think I'm gonna spend about
There's this guy singing, giving money.
I'll spend about 3 gold worth of coppers for the day.
Made several kids happy.
Mm-hmm.
A couple poor people too.
Oh yeah, for
There's this one guy who keeps putting on a disguise that's really bad, coming back up.
Is he bald and he's very slim figure?
Is he that poor? Yeah, it's like hat comes back up, no hat. Comes back up with a fake carrot or a turnip over his nose, like a fake one. Like rolling ones on disguise checks.
Fantastic.
You're just trying to get the copper.
He's spending more in the disguises than what he's getting.
I was gonna say I'm gonna invite this guy back to the tavern for a beer.
Goes, drinks the beer. When servant's like, no, that's your limit. Goes, gets a disguise. No, no more.
Well, I mean that's okay.
I kind of love him.
Oh yeah. What beer does he get? Do we need to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, does he get a regular one or does he get one of the weird ones?
There's no
I mean,
regular ones.
It's not coming out regular today anyway, so it's either one of yours or it's going to be one of my presto varieties.
He's got the bacon malt. Isn't that like a sandwich?
No, that's a melt. Yeah, like that one I imagine she made, like thinking it was gonna be terrible, and it's like actually that's pretty damn good. Like I might make that one on the regular.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just add it
Pulls
to the
out a whole
menu.
thing of bacon.
Now I'm imagining like a beef and onion flavored beer that's called the patty malt.
Where's this like that?
When I think of this malt, I just can't help but think it's just really gross. Like you just have like the batch, and then there's just like actual bacon melt, and it's just the juice just being poured in.
No, I think malt would be like the sort of darker ones.
But
Not with
so as
bacon.
the day, as the
Okay,
day
well, that was fun.
winds down. Unmissable.
I feel like we need to have some more like
We-
raucousness in the background
shit,
music for
counters.
Reign of Misrule. It should be like just kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, you missed the ruckus earlier when Dana went to the market.
Oh
Crazy,
yeah. They had there was a fishmonger that was just selling fish heads.
That's a good one.
And then a guy that was what was it? He was selling stuff, but instead of taking their money, he would give them like his scarf or something, or they'd ask for a loaf of bread, and instead he'd give him his scarf.
Like instead of the food they were asking for, he would just give them clothing instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, okay.
Dogs, walking dogs.
Oh yeah.
Walking people.
That's hard to tell sometimes.
Ouch. All the Runari in the Retroverse cry.
No, it's just you've just got one guy like in a collar and like not a whole lot else being walked by his dog, and he's like, it's a living.
Yeah.
So we skip some days so that we can move on the calendar some.
What do you mean we should do that?
Oh, a quick question.
Like actually get
What did Ina in the end want of me in the afternoon?
Well, other than serving meals, that's about all she wanted, was basically you serving her dinner and lunch.
Oh, I was expecting a prank. Too bad.
Yeah, apparently
Oh,
she's
she's-
like, I only get served food once a year for the most part. I'm gonna make the most of it.
Hey, did we get our isn't today payday? Reign of
Yeah, it
Misrule?
I gave you pay last session.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's like 100 gold or something.
Did
Yeah,
I
we,
just
did
don't
we
have
have
it
it?
written down anywhere.
I
That's
was gonna
cool.
say, did we divvy that up somewhere? Because I only have 31 gold on my sheet.
I've written it down in the like tavern bank. I don't know. How should I call my
Okay.
trust fund?
The kitty.
I liked how funny kind of real it was like, wait, don't we get paid today? He's
Oh,
like,
okay, no,
that
I
was
think-
last week.
I do have it here.
Yeah.
I don't. I have it on my drive. My character sheet in physical form isn't updated.
We have 100 round.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
we
I
already
think
split it
we
up.
split it up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
So
think
we
we
each would've
agreed
gotten
we'll keep it
25.
in case we need it for something.
That was like,
Oh no, that's right. It was our first payday. Didn't we say we were just gonna hold on to it in
Yeah.
case the tavern needs anything?
that's right. Okay.
Okay.
That's why I have it written down in the notepad instead of the PDF.
I'm really glad the watch officer is watching the money. Like that's solid.
Big watch officer.
Oh, and just for one last hurrah, can I get? Hold on, let me check with.
What do you want me to sing?
No.
I mean, you still can. No one can tell you what to do today.
Well, I want to say Violet knows how to sing. Actually, not maybe as graceful as our pod.
Maybe not professional, but you do sing every day in the shower, so you actually have gotten to, you know how to sing. a
I
bit,
mean,
you know?
more like singing in the bars.
Yeah. The same equivalent.
Right.
Sorry, I interrupted you. What did you want to do?
Okay, so what's everyone's passive perception?
Oh, that's a good way to start off.
You're gonna have to look
11.
at Thanos.
What was patience?
10.
Okay.
Oh, we're dead.
Okay, so as well, Gina's not gonna hear it, but I tell her what she was. As you all go into your bedrooms, the classic prank was just hold on yourself. Does Rogh want to tell them what happened?
Yeah. So when everybody goes to bed, there will be a clatter, a splash, and a sudden darkening as you are now covered in a bucket of whitewash. Falls off the door.
Patience, you probably don't see it, but Patience does give a toothy grin. He enjoys this holiday.
I just had a shower. Oh my god.
He's like, I just had a shower. That was great.
I figured I had to get one real legit prank in for the day, and it took me all day to think of it.
I was expecting someone to do that. It's like, how can you not?
It wouldn't be right otherwise.
Yeah.
Also, I figured since I had the place to myself for a while, I would be able to pull that off.
That's why you were late in the morning.
That's true.
No,
You
but
even
I
have
can
leaf up
capitalize on it
Yeah. All right,
as the
so
god Ross would say.
we're going to fast forward to God's Day temporarily. Is not much happens on God's Day. Essentially, it's where everyone honors the gods and remembers all the death and destruction that happened to our deep during the time of troubles. It's also the Be Good to Guard and Watch Day. So give me a second here.
So I wake up with a grin.
You wake
Now,
up and,
you don't get a lot because if you give guard, oh man, my computer's crashing. If you give too much, it might be bribery. So it's small things.
I think it's. I think
It's
it's
still a nice day because it's like everyone's thinking of you for a change.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
mean,
like-
we're usually thinking of you, you know. But
That's
now
the
you're-
question now. Now I'm away. Now I'm waiting when Cav just like brings up 20 NPCs.
Yeah, so it's a lot of like, good job, thank you. People just hug you on the street. It's like being in Canada. Oh shit, my dice.
Patience gets you ice cream today and says thank you for making sure I don't blow myself up.
Aw, thank you. I'll keep trying to do that.
That's-
So, Katrina, did you hear the last bit there right after you got up?
No.
So, as everyone was going to bed, Rogh had actually done the whitewash bucket on the door prank, and so everybody failed their checks.
What is Thena's passive?
15.
15.
She
And
probably passed.
Just for the record, like I had Kev had me roll sleight of hand for it, and I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, damn. We all rolled 20s today. What the hell?
Yeah, there's no way Patience would have made that check. Even if he rolled.
So, Violet, some
If I rolled, I
random
could have done it.
gifts given to you on God's Day. A folding fan with a depiction of a cat on it.
Hmm?
It's just, someone's like, here, little trinkets.
That's cute.
I love the trinkets.
Wait, are these trinkets specifically for this day?
No, they're just stuff I'm rolling randomly that's of little value that's also nifty.
Can I roll one? Maybe with something a little more aquatic? These are city.
Sure. You know,
It's not right of
Oh
Bristol
yeah, you're
anymore.
going from.
Oh
cat,
shit, the internet's dead.
No, I'm still here.
Cat froze.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
And we're back.
froze. I didn't freeze this time.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
A bit of folded cloth that, when unfolds, turns into a stylish cap.
Into a what?
What now?
Oh no.
Stylish cap.
A college cap?
Stylish cap.
Stylish cap.
There we go.
Let's see.
I'm gonna recommend that we offer drinks at a discount for all of the guard. For all of the watch.
It's guard and watch.
Oh, for all of them.
The first
For
drink's
everybody.
free and the rest are half off? Or is that too much?
That's not too much. I guess I can bring my watch buddies with me. So we're having a party at the tavern.
Another
And
another
random
trinket.
purple sequenced glove that has
Sorry,
a
what?
little note on it says Zablov.
Oh fuck.
Oh. I just didn't hear the first part. It's a glove?
A purple one, yeah.
Purple sequenced glove.
Sequin.
Yeah, it's the Michael Jackson glove, but in purple now.
I love it.
Yeah, I like how the internet's being extremely terrible right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick.
The internet doesn't care about the guard.
I think Rogh would probably take her down and like take her to the hairdressers and get some beads woven into her hair, and he would probably have a couple put in too.
Did you want to do any trinkets from a random table I didn't make from scratch? Okay, roll me a
Let's
D100.
roll and see what you get.
Roll me a D100.
So with that, Paladin, roll that.
Yeah. Probably a random sailor gives you this or something.
37.
37. A squishy ball of algae, size of a softball. It dries up in a few days.
Great.
Is it edible?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have that today then.
Tie and iron,
Mm.
if I remember correctly.
And if it becomes unpalatable, I can make it taste like it was sauteed in butter.
You're just really using that presto.
Every damn day.
And so God's Day ends a massive bonfire on Mount Waterdeep with the Griffin Guard flying around and people singing hymns to the dead and risen gods at the time. They've changed it since then to basically just singing hymns of various gods and stuff like that. It's a little bit more solemn. So you went from exciting, fun Misrule to solemn God's Day to the fun Liar's Night. It's really weird.
Boy. Yeah, that's some emotional seesawing they're doing there.
I mean, there is like a 10-day in between, but yeah.
Yeah, Liar's Night.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't want anything to do, we will fast forward. Maybe one day.
What's this?
Get into the
A
campaign.
holiday.
So for Liar's Night. Oh, it's actual Halloween. Like it's like Waterdeep Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Where they put on
I have a
costumes.
I
I
think
have a
Violet
thing
would
on
enjoy
Rachel, right?
that. I think she's gonna like walk around in like a half-done dragon costume.
Oh
Be
yeah,
like, I'm the monster. Rawr.
Rogh was gonna be in his glory with this. He's gonna
uh
think about going as a drow, and then he's gonna think better of it because blackface.
so
yeah.
this day pays tribute to Lyra and Mask. To placate them and ward off their attention, folk don masks and costumes to disguise themselves and play at being other than themselves. When donning a mask, folks light a candle and a hollowed out gourd or pumpkin, and illusionists and stage magic entertain at private parties. Tickets are right on the day, so few carry much coin, instead usually filling their pockets
boy.
with candies. Traditionally, a pickpocket is meant to take the candy and leave a token in return, but this has since evolved into adults exchanging candies among themselves and simply giving each candy to children who ask for it.
Yay! So
Yeah, writing it down was a lot nicer because
I'm sorry.
Katrina, you kept, at least on my end,
That
going.
was really choppy.
Yeah, I understood like half of that.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
But it's how we know what Halloween is. It's Halloween. So.
Yeah.
Xfinity can eat a dick.
Yeah. So, instead of
Oh my.
For funsies, Patience tried to do a costume, so I had him roll deception, and he got an 8 total. So it's probably a really bad costume.
Yeah, I should roll my dragon costume.
Of a red dragon.
Violet, remind me what your maid's name is.
Ina.
Ina. I'm gonna take Ina aside and ask her to help me with a project. And when you finally do see Rogh again later in the day, he's dressed in drag and he looks like his sister.
Oh whoa!
He looks like Barol before she left.
Nice.
I'm very confused.
Confused? Or
Yes.
aroused?
Hey, what did I miss? Patience says as he comes up in a like the dinosaur onesie PJ, but it's like cloth.
Yay! I want to believe somehow that they have the means, like magically, to create like one of those inflatable T-Rex costumes, but with dragons.
I'm sure it'd actually be easier.
I rolled a
I did at
13
one
for a
point in
costume.
They could just make a big canvas balloon out of it and cast like gust of wind on like an artifact, and I make it go. Poof.
So I rolled for it randomly, and then I was gonna attempt to use whatever like wrappings that she uses to wrap her fist, so she doesn't break the shit out of her hand when she fights, and go out and buy some more. And she's gonna attempt to go as a mummy.
Cool. That works. I like that.
Perfect. Ah!
So I got a dino, a dragon, a
very
mummy, and a
short
dragon.
mummy.
But also, he's going to be laying the hell on with the fairy fire and the prestidigitation today, just because it's illusionist magic time, and he's going to be using it as much as possible. So a lot of little fairy lights and ghost fires and shit like that floating around the tavern today.
Patience is that inflatable T-Rex costume, but it's cloth, so an ancient red dragon. He's going to use thaumaturgy to add to it, so sometimes the costume looks like it's on fire, or he'll do like a roar. You know,
Yay! I love it.
it works because he actually has a tail, so he moves the tail with his tail in the outfit.
Oh, that's even better.
After you guys are dicking around with your thaumaturgy and prestidigitation for a while, Thana's like, no. You guys, no, I got it. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. And she pulls out a deck of cards, and she's going to try and do a magic trick.
Ooh.
The old-fashioned way. I rolled for it. I guess it would be a sleight of hand, Kevin.
Yeah, it would be, I think.
I got a 14.
Whoa!
And I'm going to attempt to pull a card out from behind Patience's ear.
I don't think Cloth has an ear, does he?
How else does he hear?
He has true sight. He doesn't need it.
I mean, you still have them.
So just for kicks, I used my disguise kit proficiency to pull off this drag outfit, and I got a 19 on the disguise check. So Rogh looks pretty fucking good as a lady.
Better not go to a bar, or they might get the wrong idea.
I mean, eh?
You show it Rogh is and they might like it.
It's not.
Or the
Yeah,
mummy
that's not
costume.
necessarily an impediment here.
Okay.
Actually, I think that probably sounds like the kind of thing he would do. He probably does go into the portal and drag and see what the reaction happens.
Yeah, you probably got hit on by quite a few guys. Wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty sure he got hit on the last time he was there when he just looked like...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the portal. It was that little seedy place that we went to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you go to the portal. Not much is happening
God,
because it's nighttime and most people are going to bed.
Really?
Huh?
At the bar. No one's
What?
there.
Yeah, they're all out having parties.
At
Nobody had a party here?
at Party Central.
God.
Durham is not a fun person.
Well, that's great, but there's
Yeah,
other people in the bar besides Turnham.
Wait, so what happens when you don't give candy? Are there pranks?
More Misrule.
I'm kind of curious to see what those pickpocket
Essentially-
tokens look like.
Okay, I'm waiting for my
I don't know if anybody would actually do it.
Do what?
Leave the little token things.
Yeah, like
Senna does,
pickpockets,
however,
let's
make
see.
sure that her pocket, all of her gold is locked up in the house, and she does carry candy and whatnot around.
Same. Except I can't because
Also,
it's
she makes
just
an
pockets.
incredibly convincing mummy
Nice.
because I keep rolling fucking 20s on this thing.
Yay.
This is my second one today. I rolled like 4 of those fuckers last night.
You should keep it for emergencies then.
I might have to do the soul test one. This one seems like it might be too good.
Uh-oh.
I haven't had it. We haven't had it work yet, but supposedly, if you can mix up enough salt water to get a dice to float, you should be able to test how accurate it is by just like poking it a bunch of times. And if the same number keeps coming up, well, then it's probably not weighted properly.
It's a cheating
so-
dice.
Bear with me a second. I need to, because we're moving things forward and I set the campaign too early, I need to roll a lot for your profit table.
Oh shit!
Oh, because we just skipped a bunch of holidays and all of a sudden it's like 3 months later or something?
There's like 3 weeks of nothing
Oh,
after this.
I mean,
There,
to be fair, Waterdeep has like 3 times more holidays than we do. Yearly.
yeah, like the next real holiday.
I mean that's not true. It's
It's
just more than we celebrate.
basically, yeah, I don't really think there's much,
There's
but
Um,
the
well,
large
wow.
of Markanoth. The holiday is
Oh, hey.
Quality.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that if you even hear us.
No, you wait for a moment until it
Okay.
catches up.
Yeah, you're still frozen.
Can you
in
hear me
place.
now?
We can
Yeah.
hear you, but you're still frozen. Video.
Oh, okay. So after Liar's Night, it's 20 days until the next holiday, and that's Last Sheaf, which is basically Thanksgiving.
Great. That gives us plenty of time to go get into like The other kind of trouble.
What's the other kind of trouble?
Like the adventuring underground kind of trouble.
Well, before
Oh,
the,
yeah.
before the Halloween, on that Halloween day, Patience will fill his pockets, all 100 tiny pockets on his vest, with candies. And he'll go around and let people pickpocket him, because that's apparently a thing.
You try and get pickpocketed.
Do you put bells on them on the pockets too, just for fun? Like, here you go. Here's your examination.
Yeah, but his passive perception's so low that anyone who's doing pickpocketing that knows what they're doing, even then, probably wouldn't work. But yeah, that was just filler for that day.
Okay.
That, and he might carry around just a emptied gourd with a candle inside, bringing attention to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Being as it's fitting for the holiday, Thana will also tell as many ghost stories as people are willing to listen to.
Patience listens to all of them with quite interest.
See if I can find which alleys are in Waterdeep are haunted again.
Which ones aren't? Is the question.
That's fair.
I figure Rogh and his lore background would probably have all the best ghost stories. So, if you want some, you can just come to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything you guys want to do for essentially 10 days?
Good God.
Work on the tavern?
I mean, are the Harpers or the Blackstaff just not giving us any work besides?
Well, you've basically done everything at the moment.
I mean, it
that
might
they
just be a calm time. We had been talking about once we earned some more coinage to consider getting I know Rogh had talked about getting a scroll of knock, since none of us know how to use thieves' tools. And we might also consider getting the fire resistance or the fire ward from the mage's skill for 300 gold, which basically means that if something were to ever happen in the tavern catches fire, they'll be there to put it out, and we won't have to try and rely on our own sources to do it.
That'd be nice.
That's agreeable, yeah.
Meanwhile, the universe they're just math symbols just in the sky.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. All right. So, in the zoom up to get the campaign near there, you have earned, only 90 dragons. This is basically, you've had 2 weeks where you didn't do too well.
Okay.
And then several weeks of doing well. So it kind of balances.
Okay.
Like last week with God's Day, because the discounts and stuff didn't draw a ton of profit. Because you cut out the profit to give the free stuff for the
that's fair.
drinks.
I guess we'll hold off on that word then for a while.
Yeah,
So written down 90.
A few more 10 days and we would have the money for it, right? You said it's like 300 gold?
Yeah, something like that.
We just save up for it, It's whatever.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I didn't hear him there, but I'm assuming he needed to go do something.
I'll be right back. I think he needs to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Patience.
Yeah, so the next holiday is... Good.
I don't know what you were going to say.
The next holiday is Last Sheaf. Basically Thanksgiving. It's sometimes called the Small Feast. This day is in celebration of the year's bounty. Small gifts of hand kegs of ale, jars of preserves, or smoked fish and meats
Ooh.
are exchanged among neighbors, and the last letters are gathered up for carriage by ship captains, so called because they are the last to leave the city before travel becomes difficult with the coming winter. This is perhaps the most relaxed and relaxing of Waterdeep holidays. Plan to spend a little extra on good food and enjoy a meal with those nearest to you. Yeah.
That's probably another deduction to why we didn't do so well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Roll's probably gonna spend part of the day with his dad and write a letter to his sister to get sent off before they close the shipping lanes.
I might hang out with my sister then if she's free.
If Patience can, he'll probably buy himself a full roast chicken. Chow down on that, and that's his meal.
Oh no, son! If you don't have any other companions, then by
He seems
God, he's gonna invite you along.
he seems fine with it, and he probably doesn't even mention that.
I mean, he will make a point.
Anna would probably hang out as well, since she doesn't have any family in town either.
Yeah, fuck it. Come on.
I mean, Patience does have family in town. It's just they're not really like, oh, we all get together and do stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Dana would take you up on the invite.
Let's see. So instead of the speak with animals, for those of you curious, I went with improved packed weapon because Patience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you treated as like a +1 weapon?
And magical. That's the most important part.
Hello.
Because without that, your packed weapon is not considered magical unless you bind a magical weapon as your packed weapon.
Yeah. I've still got to wait a whole bunch of levels, I think, before I get that ability as a monk.
Yeah, he's got that in mage armor. I'm never going to switch out of mage armor because, like, Warlocks don't get armor.
I mean, mage
proficiencies.
armor is always useful.
What were you talking about? Pack weapon there, Scott? I lost audio for a second there. I heard you talking about magical.
I got the Xanathar evocation improved packed weapon.
Oh, okay.
I believe you have that for Blake's campaign too.
Not yet, but it's on my list.
Okay. I know we mentioned it before, all of our heights and stuff, but what's everyone's height again? I'm like 5'5".
I'm
trying to remember.
5'11".
All right, so
I know
I'm
Violet's pretty tall.
7, like 7'2" maybe.
Damn. Okay.
I am 4'3".
Baby.
I'm a dwarf.
The thing is, like Violet respects you anyway, because for your height you can dish out a lot of damage. So he's not joking about that ever.
Yeah, no, dick punches hurt. So I think Violet said she was going to go hang out with her family, as was Rogh, and he invited Patience and I along. For Last Chief, that is.
If that changes anything.
Yeah.
since it's a simple little holiday, you guys just go.
And she
Eat
will
with
try
families.
and bring one of her butter bruises with the like pancakes of ale, since people tend to give those out on this holiday.
Make sure to keep down that bacon malt. So actually probably would be a good thing to keep.
Maybe add like a little bit of maple to it. My son, can I help you?
Maple bacon malt.
Yeah.
Ooh, that actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Maple bacon malt.
It's gonna be like drinking a waffle breakfast after a minute here.
Yeah.
You just call it the MBM. Gonna make it seem like it's all fancy.
Waffle stout.
My dude.
I like his vest. Gary's vest is very stylish.
Yeah.
I know that sound.
That is very clear on the mic.
Freezer makes that noise.
The fun part is that it's very digitized because of the internet, and it's even more fun.
Yeah, you want to fight and play.
Just
So
trying to find.
are we? Is there another holiday after this, or was?
I think the campaign happens
Looking-
suddenly.
Oh.
Yeah, then
Holidays like nothing big celebration. It's like very specific for like the Church of Selune and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I need. Thank you. Oh no, you changed the numbers on me.
On the
I'm trying to find out who's.
calendar
Yeah.
or the map.
Okay. Yeah, there's the map.
Oh, okay.
I'm the map.
Sorry.
All right. So, anything else you guys are thinking of doing?
I think we're good. I think it's mostly just hanging out and trying to keep things working in the tavern, trying to make as much money as we can. Since we had 2 bad weeks.
Oh, you made
Yeah, the
9
holidays
gold.
are always rough for retail.
Oh yeah.
So I see. Ooh, gotta roll one more time. Oh shit!
Do you want
Rolling
another?
my dice out of my dice container.
Good
Freezer's
job.
ear just standing up, like he was laying. Down.
No.
He was laying down across my belly, and like his one ear was just like,
No.
and then he heard his name.
Yeah, I
and he-
distracted the dog with peanut butter. Considering all he wants to do is fight because he's bouncing off the walls because he's bored because it's too cold to go for long walks.
Oh, yeah,
So he's constantly bored out of his mind.
yeah, that's our problem as well.
So like every time we get back in from a walk, I just let him out into the yard and he zooms around for like 10 minutes, nonstop chasing the stick or whatever.
All right, so you guys actually earn another 30 gold because there was an extra 10 week there.
Okay.
Bonus. So nice, nice. So
Shorty.
nice.
We're getting there.
Mhm. As you guys are sleeping and winter is coming,
Patience
No.
summons his packed weapon and just like puts it into the ground, like,
No.
and he's just like looking out into the distance.
God damn it.
He just
I
suddenly
was
has a
really
fur cloak.
confused at first.
We're also gonna walk up beside him. It's a very stark view, isn't it?
No.
Yes, quite. You can almost see the King's Hold from here.
What the hell was that sound?
that as you guys are early in the morning, are woken by your windows rattling and the roar of an explosion.
Oh,
What?
Yep,
An explosion?
an explosion.
Not on my watch. And I run out. to
I'm
see what
gonna
else.
run down. I'm gonna grab my staff and run downstairs.
I'm going to stick my head out the window first and see if it's in the street, and then run downstairs.
Patience is an
Actually-
idiot, so he opens his window and he jumps out.
God damn it!
From
Oh,
the second
that's
floor.
And we find patients like with broken legs in the middle of the
Wait,
street.
weren't you in the attic?
Yes.
Yeah,
Isn't the window there?
I think I have the attic.
No, there
Do
are
I?
windows up there. So,
I
roll
think
dex
I-
it.
Can it be athletics? To jump?
Athletics work.
Okay. It doesn't matter, I'm just rolling really bad today. 8.
Mm.
I hit the balcony on the way down, then I hit the roof, and then,
And just keep hitting things until
and
we
then I
get
hit
to the ground.
Then I hit the railing, and then I hit the ground.
And so you take about 6 damage from it all.
Oh!
So as you walk out,
Do I see him do this since I'm already looking out the window?
yeah, you
You probably
look
see
out
a
the
red
window, you just
blur
see
of me falling.
like, ooh.
And he's just
Like down in front of your face.
Okay, so the
Do I see anything in the streets though, like
Yes.
that might pertain to this?
you see a
noise?
house on fire
Where?
and soot everywhere, and people running and screaming in pain.
Which house is it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we know this house?
Don't think you've been to this guy's house. It should be 20 on the map.
Oh, let's pop up
Okay,
in the
so
map
across
then.
from us.
Bam.
I thought 20 was a bit up the street. Am I looking at the wrong
Yeah,
map?
no, it's right. It's like diagonal from us.
It should be
But yeah.
right across from T5, basically, right?
Here, I'm gonna put this back into
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all being choppy.
Oh, shoot. No, 18.
18.
I got the wrong location, sorry. 18.
Oh boy, that's a lot closer to us. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
how
Tana's running downstairs.
Oh boy, wait a
yeah,
minute.
so you see, you go down, there's still smoke in the streets, people like walking in a daze. Now, this was early morning, so a lot of people were starting to come in for the day's work and everything. You see several dead bodies laying around.
If I see anyone, I'm gonna try and stop some bleeding until like the healers show up.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna look and see who's still actually alive, even if only just. Like,
Yeah, and I got lay on hand, so I can help anyone injured.
You said
Yeah.
T20?
No, I get the location. It's oh man, where's my stuff? 18. I got my numbers wrong there for a second. It's 18.
How does our the bar look? Did like any of our windows shatter or anything?
A couple of your windows are
Okay.
broken out.
So A18 on that map?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be basically right next to T4.
Okay.
So it's on the street on the opposite side of
Yeah, that is really close.
the ice cream shop. Yeah.
Yeah, Patience uses one of his healing things to heal himself. So his fall damage was negated, and he's running over there. Sword out.
Do we remember who lived in T4?
You've never visited them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I thought we visited everybody.
No,
Yeah,
you
I thought
skipped
we-
one person.
I thought when we
it
went
happened
to
be
the
this list.
No, you skipped them. You stopped right before you got to this one house. This the one actual named NPC you skipped the whole time.
I felt like we invited everybody to that dinner that we
You
had way
invited.
back.
You didn't talk to everybody.
Oh, okay.
So you never actually
Okay.
talked to this person. And it's one of the only named written NPCs in the book that you
Okay.
did.
As soon as if I see Patience and
Well,
Violet
that's
coming,
T4. So
if I see Patience and Violet coming down, I know they can heal better than I can. I'm gonna go and try and get closer to that house, see if there's anybody inside.
well, you basically as you run up, you see the one house. There's like T4 and then the 20 that's on fire.
Yeah.
As you do that, you see Embrick just kind of rush in to the house. Kind of kicks the door down and rushes in. Just in case.
Yeah,
there's anything.
I'd follow behind.
So you try to run into the burning building.
Yeah, I know he's more he's resistant, but I feel like she would do it, and
Oh, you're breaking up something.
yeah, okay, yeah, she'd still risk it.
All right, so you run in.
What is the scene outside?
Scene outside. It's one of kind of chaos. You see about 8 dead bodies all within a 20-foot blast radius, kind of. One is an elderly human female. Never seen her before. 2 cloaked human males, clad with charred leather armor and long swords. 2 female humans and 1 male half elf dressed in plain clothes. You think they're just servants doing errands in the morning. You might have actually seen them in passing, but don't know them. There's a lot of people come through for the donuts.
Are there anybody that are grievously injured but not actually dead?
None grievously injured. It's essentially most of them are dead or were right out the blast radius. Fireball.
No in between. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 male gnome wearing a burnt cloak and clutching a dagger. And 2 female halflings who are playing a flute and a fiddle, and 2 male halflings who are dancing, who you guys recognize as the group that used to play outside a lot.
Oh.
How many of that crew are hurt or killed?
They're all dead.
Oh.
The cloaked figures are probably the most suspicious, so patients will go and look at those ones first.
And I'm going to spend a moment praying over the half notes.
Yeah, patients will like flip them over so you can see their face or what's left of it, and he will do prayers to Tyr for them.
So perception check for whoever's searching the bodies.
8.
Would it be perception or investigation?
Perception, as you're
Okay.
looking real quick, and
That's
it tells
fair.
me that in here.
10.
Okay.
Hang on. A dirty 20.
All right. And Thane's in a burning building.
Yeah, I pull like my scarf up over my face, so I'm breathing slightly less smoke.
And I said it was 18.
Yeah.
Not the ice cream shop.
So I'm pulling up the map again. You ran into that building then?
I did, yeah, because I'm a big stupid.
Okay, just a visual for those at home.
Yeah.
As you run in, you see Embrick basically trying to walk 2 people out.
Oh,
He kind of hands one off on you too.
Yeah.
Because trying to carry 2 people is
Yeah, no.
I'm going to go run into Wings of Winter and see if either of the 2 proprietors are there.
Yeah, you see them coming out of a back door. One of them is closing it, and they're like, "Whoa, what was that?"
Fire outside. We might need your assistance.
So what are we gonna do?
Are they
As I'm-
spellcasters of some sort?
Yes.
Do they have cold spells? They got cold breath. There's a white and a silver.
Yes, but there's silver screen cold spells you can put out fire, and cold spells that will knock the building down.
Well,
It typically has to say that it'll put out a fire, and their breath weapon doesn't
and I
do that.
gotta find their stats. What is it, though? It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
All the flames within 30 feet dim as I use thaumaturgy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, real quick. So we're jumping around a bit here. Rogh, you rolled natural 20. So, searching the body real quick. One of the dead male humans has a black winged snake tattooed on his right forearm.
ooh, do I know what that is?
It's the Black Network.
Okay.
The Zents.
Yes, who we call the Black Network now, so we don't get them
Don't confuse
confused
them with the Xanathar.
Yeah.
All right.
The dead gnome has dry waste on his boots and a cloak, suggesting he spent some time in the sewers. He also has a patch of gemstones.
Huh.
Oh, he's nice.
If you want to take it without the people noticing, sleight of hand.
That seems a little ghoulish.
Adventurers, you know.
Well, you've run across the rare moral adventurers here.
As I'm helping carry this dude out of the house, out of this house, I'm asking if there's anyone else in here.
He's like, no. This is since you haven't really met him, Walter Duststone, a retired actor.
Oh, okay. They're both humans, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
He was a well-known actor, though a bit narcissistic and diva-ish. But that's not important right now.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, was he enough of a diva to warrant getting his house blown up?
You don't think his last performance a couple years ago was that bad?
He really bombed.
Oh.
And I'm gonna, as I'm hustling out of here, I'm gonna spend a key point and try and use my bonus action to dash so that we can get out a little faster.
And as you are coming out, and you guys are like, Rogh saw that stuff, ran to get the two Dragonborn, and you're running out. In the sky, you see a Griffin rider just sweeping by, and a few seconds later, a few mages appear with watch good outfits and wands starting to put out the fire.
The patient's thaumaturgy can't put out the fire, but it can dim it up to 30 feet away, and he can have up to 3 going at once. So I'd like to think everything he visibly sees on this building that's on fire, maybe not the interior, but the exterior, it's really easy to put out the fire.
I'm sorry. He's very needy today.
It's okay.
Don't be sorry for Terry.
Oh boy. Yes, you too, Chico.
And a few minutes later,
Can you do this quietly? No, apparently not.
hold on, just reading.
Okay.
Within a few minutes, 6 city guard arrived.
Wow, okay.
I'll tell them what happened, at least what we know.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay my findings to Violet, including the bit about the bag of gems. Could be evidence.
Okay.
Patience looks really concerned at Thana and says, "Is anybody else in there?"
I don't think so. It seems like it was just these two.
Okay. You just wanted to make sure
You guys didn't have any like pets or children or anything, you know?
I was gonna see Patience would be the one to find out.
Yeah.
He probably lasts longest.
Yeah, actually, probably.
Yeah, Thana was hoping she's like, don't have fire resistance, but at least I can withstand the choking bit, and I have plenty of hit points.
So the guard, at least the head guard's just like, everybody calm down, back away, waiting for the watch to show up. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
As there's a building on fire,
Well, the Magistar.
and there's
put it out.
8 bodies in the street.
And
Yeah,
a watchman
no, leave
already
those-
there.
Still nothing to
that
see
does
here.
sound-
Nothing to say.
Like every house on this block has people in the window watching, probably.
It was the mage Michael Bay. Don't worry about it. It happens sometimes.
A few minutes later, like a dragon lands. Nothing to see here.
And
I am
before the
gonna-
chaotic was here.
Watchman Bar Brady.
So Violet knows that in a few minutes, some watch are going to show up who are and basically the detective investigative branch. So as opposed to the more beat cop branch. So
Yeah.
you know those guys are going to show up.
The
soon.
more
I'm
brain than
looking-
brawn.
Son.
Yeah,
And
the
is
ones
someone
trained.
gonna take
They went
care
to
of
the
the
extra? Yeah, there's magisters putting out the fire.
Okay.
I'm looking to Rogh, and I'm like, do you think I should try and climb a building, see if we can see anybody getting away from this, or do you
Might
think
not
they're
be a
already
bad
long
idea.
gone? Because I'm going to attempt to climb up the side of our house to get a better view on what the hell's going on.
Okay.
I guess I need a
Athletics?
athletics check. Yeah. And then I'll burn another key to dash so that I can get a little get up there faster.
Don't you have step with the wind? Can't you jump up there?
I don't know if I can jump that high, but I can use Step of the Wind to jump across houses if I need as well. That is should be. Oh yeah, okay. 19.
Okay, so you climb up, looking around. Yeah, judging, you can basically tell it kind of detonated right at the center where all the bodies were just like.
So it detonated in the middle of the street, so they weren't necessarily targeting that house.
Yeah, it's just too close.
Yeah.
Patience is looking around at the viewers. Are there any witnesses here?
Roll.
Wait, so it hit in the middle of the street. Did it hit in the very center between our house, A5, and A8?
It's a bit closer to the building that caught fire.
Okay. Yeah, she's basically just watching to see if anybody is fleeing that looks like they're in like stereotypical dark cloaks and shady figures.
So, roll a quick investigation.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait. I think this is one of those I'm like he's proficient in it. Yeah, he's proficient in it. So 16.
16.
Nice.
You do know or see some people who are eyewitnesses. They are wanting to talk, but they don't seem to want to talk to you particularly because you're not wearing a uniform.
Patience pulls out his military rank badge.
Oh shit, yeah, you could pull rank. I forgot that.
And he's just like, what can you tell me, ma'am?
Then person's like, unusual to talk to the guard, but okay. So, I'm just going through real quick.
Yeah, it's a big scene.
Yeah, because lots happening.
Lots of stuff to render.
Yeah. You just see the game stop. It's like Fallout 76 just starts crashing.
Well, if it was Fallout 76, there'd be no one here but us.
Yeah. First, like, I finally made. Nope. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And a bunch of T-posing beholders.
So one of the people that's talking to you is a 12-year-old boy. His name is Martin Trepp. You have seen him. He often competes with patients to be the first person into the ice cream shop in the morning. So he's like, yeah, so I was watching my friends that they were playing their music and stuff, because that's what I do in the morning, waiting for the ice cream shop. And I didn't see much, but right after the explosion, I ducked behind that rain barrel, and then I heard a plop, and I found this. And he holds up a necklace with a broken glass.
Like just like a string with like a locket or something, or?
No, it's got 2 beads on it.
2 beads, like pearls?
More like rubies.
Okay, does it look like it could be magical or something?
Could be.
Can I roll for that?
Magic?
Can I roll for that?
Arcana, maybe?
I mean, it looks like it's enough quality to be magic.
Okay, let me.
I forget. Are you the one kind of tiefling that gets detect magic as a racial spell?
That is not the evocation I have, unfortunately. But I did get an 19 on my Arcana.
Like I said, it presumably could be magical. It just, with just Arcana, it's hard to tell. But it has the qualities necessarily for enchantment. But the kid's kind of like,
doesn't want to let go of it.
Not yet.
Patience is like, you should definitely show that to the guards.
You are a guard.
No, I'm a soldier, son.
You mean the watch?
Yeah. I always get confused between the military and the guard of Waterdeep, but he is
Same.
Patience is military background, not
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah, there's the watch the citizens, but the guard the wall. So your guard Violet's watch.
It's a good balance to
So-
have in the party. Oh, okay. So I get Violet over. Let her see it.
Whoa.
So, what?
He holds out a necklace.
Jesus, how much bigger is she than this child?
12-year-old
Yes.
child, over 7 foot tall.
I don't know how tall a 12-year-old is.
Not 7 feet.
Up to my
Shorter
knee.
than Thana.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, would he be taller than Thana or not? I'm 4'3".
Getting there, yeah. Depending on
Yeah.
things like genetics and nutrition, he could very well be as your height or higher.
I don't know. He's been eating a lot of ice cream, so who knows?
The thing is, we ran out, so I'm like not in watch clothes, but I'll walk over
I mean,
and ask.
he might
what-
still recognize you. We've lived in the town
Well-
the area for quite a while.
You can also get it from him with a intimidate or persuasion. The DC's really low, so Violet just kind of auto succeeds in this case
Okay.
without even needing to try. 7 foot tall orc. It's just like necklace. Oh yes. So he hands you over the necklace. As he does that, the city watch arrives, and it's about 22 of them.
Jesus Christ! Seeing
And they
that it
start
doesn't look like I
spreading out
see
to
any.
start knocking on doors and stuff.
Do you recognize any of them? Do you see anyone who's like a captain, maybe?
You see a guy you've seen before named Safe. Oh, it's not this open. Seth Cromley. He's old timer. He's been retired and come back several times.
I'm gonna continue hopping over to the next couple of houses to see in the area, see if I see anything that looks like it might be some kind of clue.
Hey, Cromley.
Yeah. Next to him is a Magistar. You think his name is Barnabas, but you haven't really got much know him as well. But Seth, Sergeant Cromley walks over. He's like,
Call him Barney.
Barney. He's like,
I
hey,
got some
you
evidence
look
for you.
familiar."
Sounds like Don Knotts.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
Hmm.
He's got a notepad and everything.
That's
Yeah, cool.
Cromley.
Yeah. I did not expect the Justicer's robes to be quite so colorful.
He's like,
Or Magister's, sorry.
Violet, right?
Yeah. So one of the civilians has given me this evidence. Maybe someone dropped it. Maybe one of the perpetrators.
Yeah, it's like Barnabas. And Barnabas like whispers something. Yeah, that might be important. Thanks.
Just doing my job.
Wow. And doesn't tell you shit.
Barnabas doesn't. Cromley's just kind of like, Barnabas, what is it? Barnabas like, oh, it's a necklace of fireballs. Cromley's just like,
Patience looks up from where this bucket of water was, or whatever that it plopped down from.
yes.
Does he see me on the roof? Or am I on the other side of the street?
Well, I don't think Patience is looking for you.
Well, that's the thing. He looked up above, and
Let me see something.
The necklace fell down from somewhere. That's why he's looking up.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Might as well go to Thena because she's been up there for a bit.
Rogh is looking around, and with the 22 perception roll, does he see anybody in the crowd that looks like they might be kind of observing, but not as a spectator, that might be suspicious or have an interest in the events unfolding here that are not just entertainment related?
No, but there are 2 more people lined up to give testimony or eyewitness accounts.
Okay,
So
well,
some people can go talk to them.
I will do that too.
As you go, Barnabas just like the same with Cromley, like
They just slide in from the other side of from off camera.
you see a Waterdavian noblewoman and a androgynous elf.
All right. Can I roll persuasion to get them to talk to me? Because I don't have rank or anything.
Since Cromley's basically right next to you, they're more outgoing for things.
Oh, okay. Do I need to roll anything for this then?
Persuasion by proxy.
Yeah.
I'll
There
take-
are voice clips, but I think I'm going to skip those. Because if I remember correctly, there was some bad voice acting with them.
Oh, then you have to play him then.
Not
Play
that kind
'em.
of bad. After the stream.
Oh, okay.
So, which one did you go in front of?
The androgynous elven one
Okay, so
individual.
the one shop you never went to is what I've redubbed Raflanian's branch, and the person in charge or the owner is named Fala. Fala is essentially a druid alchemist. So the shop you go to buy potions, like healing potions and everything, would be their shop. And it's the one you guys never actually went to because you never wanted to buy healing potions yet.
He can't afford that shit yet.
I don't need it.
So
Yeah, we have
So
spells.
Fala, that's their hair in a long ponytail kind of thing, braid. Overalls. Got a lot of dirt on the fingers and the face. They are wood elf.
Ah.
So Fala says, Internet, stay with me. Internet, stay with me. Okay. Watering plants green.
Oh no.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Maybe type it.
Did it get worse?
I'm
No, it's just affected.
Okay.
getting Kevin's video, but like everything else is pretty much gone.
Let's try. I'll try a bit at a time. I was watering plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop when the blast blew out some of the windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured. Through the smoke, I saw a cloaked man take something from the body of a dead gnome, then start limping away. He was badly burnt and casting a glance over his shoulder, like he was afraid something might be following him. He was headed towards the bent nail. Now, the second person you talked to, Jezrin Hornraven, who apparently was coming out of Tiger's Eye, says, I tell you, it was not a man, more like a puppet shaped like a man, a puppet without strings. It was on the rooftop. It hurled something into the crowd below that caused the explosion. I saw those halflings burned alive. I saw them.
Up with no strings. Is it misty around here?
Smoky.
Arcana check. Can I try and figure out what that might be? Does that sound like a magical construct of some sort?
Are there any silver needles around?
No.
Are you shitting me? Wow. Guys are hot today.
Did I overhear any of what they were discussing?
Oh.
22 on my Arcana check.
Because I'm still on the roof. I was looking around for clues up here.
Let's see. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
You don't think it's quite magical, but it does remind you guys, especially as Patience and everyone's around, of something Patience ran down during the Day of Wonder.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh, one of the musketeer construct dudes, right?
Oh, so a construct.
The Wimble? No, Nimble.
If I hear any of that, or if you guys tell me, then I'm gonna continue going over rooftops toward the vent now. But I don't know if I can hear them at all. Otherwise, I'm just gonna jump down because I'm not finding jack shit up here.
Now, when you're talking everything, Cromley and Barnabas, kind of like, we got this, we can handle it. But because Vadet is a member of the Watch, they are a lot more forthcoming with information than they would be if you didn't have her in the party. They would be more likely to hinder your investigation. So, yeah, thankfully, Vadet makes things a bit easier in this area. But we were stopped there because internet is getting late. But something to note for next session, the bodies are being taken to local temple and stuff. They've had gentle repose cast on them. Because you guys are members of the Harpers in Force Grey, you can get people to cast Speak with Dead on those bodies
Nice.
without having to spend anything.
Yeah. That seems like a very good idea to interrogate the victims. So, that's,
Well, they might have seen something. We
Yeah,
don't know
exactly.
where the villain is.
And then next week, continue the investigation of the fireball.
Really glad now that we forgot to go buy a puppy.
oh.
Yeah.
I could never kill a puppy.
Yeah. So next, I guess we'll decide later on if we're still going to be playing next Sunday, since it's the day after, it's only a couple days after Thanksgiving. So I don't know if anybody would still be around or what.
I'm going to be available, so I don't have anything happening.
I should be fine, so I think we're
Okay.
good.
So we should be good.
And I'm in Europe.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're good.
The
Right.
Sunday after that, which is PAX for us Americans, we won't be playing because maybe
Only-
4 of us will be home because we're not going up Sunday, but
Yeah.
Scott is.
Scotty would be gone.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, guys.
sorry,
No worries.
it's expensive. We can only afford 2 days, and Jesse can afford none. And then Alexis, I don't think she would ever want to spend the money to fly here for 3 days for a convention.
No.
Yeah, that's a lot of my problem too. Is I'm a lot further away than you guys are.
You know what's
NC
funny though? I think I am off on a convention that weekend, so that's fine.
Oh, nice.
That
Okay.
works then.
Dragon Meet or something's coming up. I don't know if that's something you do
I
in
don't
your
know.
area of Europe.
No, I'm not flying over to UK either. Nope. I'm good.
Yeah, I always think you're like either in the UK or like Switzerland or Germany.
I know my English is good, but I'm not in the UK.
I think it's because we play often with Tesla's group, and they're
Mhm.
like a ton
They're all
of
the
UKers. So I just associate you with that country.
That's fine.
English, your English is good,
You at
but it's
least
not
know
that
there's
good.
countries in Europe.
It's not that English, I guess. Oh,
Hmm.
I joke. Do we got any plugs then besides that?
Hmm. Next week. Oh, Sirenscape. Remember? Awesome. Sirenscape.
Sirenscape.
Sirenscape is the sound of the cow.
Yes.
Yep. And the background noise when you can hear it.
There won't be.
So no retroverse,
Yeah.
but there will be bliss.
It's still planned for that. Yeah.
So wait, Blake's game is on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there will be. Yeah, I think so.
How's that going to work?
And
Oh, next week.
Saturday.
After okay, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about.
Yeah.
Derp,
Yeah.
derp, derp.
Before PAX.
Right.
And then I think Jeanette also has a game that day at 10. I don't know where she's streaming it though. I just have it down because she invited us to play in it. But other than that, I think that's all we got. Unless Alexis or Scotty, you guys have anything?
Was that the Call of Cthulhu Western one?
No, I think that was the one where everybody plays halflings or gnomes.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a short session.
Yeah, so
Ah,
it's a one shot. I think you guys would be playing bounty hunters.
Oh, that'd be
She
cool.
said. Yeah, but she's in the Discord, so if any of you guys are interested, you can mention it to her there.
And with that,
Yeah.
I think we're good. Sirenscape.
Yeah, Sirenscape's awesome.
All right. Bye.
See you guys next week.
Bye,
man.
everybody.